Alrighty, welcome to the introduction of chill investing. It's not only that we are pretty laid back and chill, but my name's Colby Hill. C. Hill spells out chill. All right, so I want to give you guys a rundown of everything that's included in the community for an amazing deal right now. So just make sure you take advantage. We'll finish through the video. Um, if anything, it's worth a shot to see if our style works for you, or everything. And I believe everything in here is well beyond the value. So, and I'm not biased. I've gotten feedback, and everyone thinks that's the case too. But let's have you guys get the rundown, and you guys can determine it for yourselves. So, I'm going to start with what the community includes and go over the indicator, just a general idea of the indicator so you guys can understand. Um, and then yeah, we're just gonna go over it. All right. So we're gonna start with the indicator here. So you're gonna have an indicator. You do not need to have a paid version of TradingView. Okay. So TradingView, I guess I should pull that up too. TradingView is a subscription-based charting platform, but only if you want it to be. So right now, there's a 30-day trial for them, okay? So let's go look at their pricing real quick, just so I can show you, okay? So right now, to be part of the Founders Club, right, is an insane deal, okay? But if you take a look here, to upgrade it, your membership, okay, this is going to be for TradingView $13 a month. So with our indicators, the primary two that we use that have about 15 indicators built into two, you don't need TradingView because TradingView's free version is two indicators. Well, we give you two indicators, and within two, there are 15. So you get plenty of indicators that you can use that TradingView wouldn't allow you without paying them $13 a month if you do the annual. If you do the monthly membership, it's $15 a month. Our Founders Club, if you take advantage of the March deal right now, is basically you're just paying that, but then you're going to get perks on perks on perks. So take advantage of this opportunity. Now, if you go to the Plus tab, then you're definitely paying more than what the Founders Club is. And then after March, the standard is still going to be pretty close to that price right there. Okay. So take advantage. Not only is it going to give you tons of opportunity inside of our community, but it's saving you money and not spending it elsewhere. You might as well get our package that gives you way more, and you get to use, you don't have to pay for TradingView to use all these indicators that you gain access to. So that's a huge perk. Okay, that's number one. Number two, let's go over it. So this is one indicator right here. The other indicator pretty much is signals all this kind of stuff, and I'll show you it. But let me go here. Actually, ASTS. Sorry. And there's training videos and all this, so you don't need to memorize everything just from this video. But here you go. Okay. So these are the two indicators. You're going to have a Master Elite and Momentum Elite. These are the two free ones, or the two ones I would use if you're on the free TradingView, because this has three different momentums built into one. And then this has roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Roughly 14 built into this one, 3 into this one. So that is roughly about 17 indicators in two. Okay, so you'll have access to all of this. So, and how it works is, okay, you're going to see these labels populate if you have this show, buy, add, trim, sell labels, okay? And these are telling you this is when people tend to start adding to their position. Sure enough, okay, that was pretty much the bottom, and then there we go, we ran, okay? Same thing, people tend to add here, give it some time, we run, okay? Now those labels aren't telling you to take the action, okay? The diamonds are the ones telling you to take the action. So we see an add label, here's bullish momentum. The diamonds are bullish and bearish momentum, okay? So you got a yellow one, an orange one, or a green one, yellow and green, bullish momentum, okay? So what would you do? You'd add here, okay? Orange is a trimming, so you could trim some here, pick it back up here, trim some here, buy some here, trim some here, buy some here, trim, 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 buy, up to you, right? You're hitting a sell zone. So that's what the diamonds are for. They're to help you understand where to dollar cost average when momentum is turning bullish, because your chances of it continuing after that diamond populates is pretty high. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen on the first diamond every time. It's important that you dollar cost average on diamonds and take advantage of it, okay? Now, I ignore gray candles. I'm not going to go too much into the full strategy in this, but I'm giving you the rundown to understand. So I would ignore this diamond here because it is a gray candle. I would ignore this diamond here because it's a gray candle. Okay. I ignore gray candles. This was a gray right here. Gray candle, trim, not going to do it. It's there. Okay. So I ignore gray. Now you can see the orange and blues, or yellow and blue. Blue is support, orange is resistance. Auto charting it for you. You don't have to do anything. It's just going to chart it. So you're going to see that, okay? And then color coding. So this is telling you we're entering a buy zone. Or yellow is your add zone. Neon green is the buy zone, okay? So entering a buy zone, in the buy zone, in an add zone, okay? And then opposite, entering a sell zone, in a trim zone is orange, and then in a sell zone is the dark red, and then neon purple is sell everything. Okay. Do you have to? No. Do I recommend it? Without financial advice, I do. So, and I'll give some examples of it for sure. So color coding just helps you understand when a company is overvalued and undervalued, and why we don't chase companies as we enter this area. We wait for a pullback to happen, and then we can start adding. Okay. If you missed it, guess what? There's so many companies out there in the world. You do not need to specifically jump into that one during this time. Okay. We should have been doing it here. So it's important to follow. Okay. Now, when we take a look here, there's other indicators. We have our bull bear line, which I personally, part of our strategy, this is an important line to know. Okay. If you're running the wheel strategy, which a big part of our play is the wheel strategy, we have the Bollinger Band. So you don't need another indicator to show you the Bollinger Bands. It's built into here. Okay. The legend is just going to show the legend. Once you already know how this works, you can just go ahead and remove it so it doesn't take up any charting space. And then we have active trend lines. Okay. This auto charts trend lines to find good ones. We are losing currently the trend. If you know how to draw trend lines, then you don't need to use it, but some people don't, and this is a tool to help you kind of understand how they're charting trend lines. Okay, so they're using, our trend lines are based on the most important pivot points, not all pivot points. So it's just a base good idea, like a strong trend line versus just like any trend line. So right now, if we're losing that trend line, I would grab the bottom of that, and then I would find the bottom of this one and understand that now I understand the bottom is like 70 for ASTS. If we can't hold this support right here, right? We got a blue box. So it does do auto trend lines, and if you wanted to see the previous trend line that it was following, you can show the previous one, which will show, you can see the light green shows that trend line that I just did. So that was the previous one, and now that this has bounced a couple times, right, this was a new trend line that it was following, but if we lose it, there's the old trend line. That's where we should be heading. So it's important to use both if you are going to use them, so you can understand where the old one was. And then if you use any moving averages, guys, you have access to choosing how you want 5 different moving averages. I would recommend leaving this one, but you can adjust how you guys want for the remainder of them. And then this is a year-to-date volume-weighted average price. Okay, so based on the current year-to-date from January 1st, the price action, the volume, it's taking into account. So if you activate that, you're going to see a purple line. Okay. There it is. So year to date, here's the resistance. So there it is, bouncing, year to date volume, weighted average. It rejected, coming up, reject, reject, reject. Okay, so it's important to know. So kind of when you're above that line, the stock is very bullish. When you're below the line, it's very bearish. This is just going to be based off the year to date. Again, if you don't want that little purple arrow, you can hide the purple arrow. If you don't want the line, you can move the line. Okay. So all of it's completely customized. So if you want to see support and resistance and move these all to the right, you guys can. Just extends these lines so you can see them. And if you want to see the prices of those supports and resistances, you can. Okay. If you don't want to see these support and resistances, just change this occupancy all the way down. Okay. So there's your indicator. Boom. Now, this is 3 different momentums. This is a MACD line. The purple and orange is MACD. So when we have a cross down on the bottom, that's usually a very bullish sign. When we have a cross to the downside above on the top part, that's very bearish. Okay. So when you see this little diamond populate, you can see this hasn't crossed over yet, so you can wait if you want. Now we get a diamond here, and you can see that this cross is starting to happen on that diamond. You can go ahead and follow it, right? So it's just another confirmation of how momentum is moving. Now we have bullish and bearish divergences, and we have training inside of our stuff. So we will take care of you guys. This isn't like, here's the indicators, hope you can figure it all out. That's not us, okay? We're here to help. So bearish divergence, okay, you can see that this triggered on this day. And a divergence is when the stock is doing the opposite of which momentum is doing in our case, okay? So this stock was going up, but momentum was going down. It gave you a flag, and sure enough, a couple days later, it's going down, okay? Same thing, bullish divergence is happening here. Give it a second, a couple days later, boom, there it is. So price was going down as momentum was shifting up, and there is bullish divergence. So you get 3 momentums into one, and then you have all the moving averages, supports, diamonds, color coding, all of that into another, okay? So you're going to gain access to both of those, and there's more indicators for if you have a paid version of TradingView. We have about, I think these might not be all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and there's more. So you'll have plenty of access to indicators, okay? Now, what's included as well inside of our WAP? If you start the wheel strategy, guys, we have a CSP calculator built into our WAP, so you can plug it into your app if you wanted to. Allows, so you can do, if I was gonna, stock was 17, I say I want to buy it for 16, they're gonna pay me some premium. I'm going fast because if you don't know it right, you will learn it, and then you'll understand it. But if you don't know it, right, or if you do know it, this will be like super fast for you to understand it. Okay. So then it populates. Here's the cash it takes to make this trade. Here's your profit return that you would receive on your capital. Annualized return, if you could do this every 30 days, that's what you would make annually, is a nice 76% return. And your risk assessment is a low risk. Okay. So that's available to you. If you're doing the wheel strategy as well, we have a log. This is the most basic version of our log. This is open to everybody, but they can go ahead and log their wheel strategy if they want. If you sign up, we have our free Discord. That is just for free members who aren't full Discord members. So your access inside of our Discord is restricted. If you are a full member, you will have full access, and I will go over what's in that full access next after I'm done with this section. So you'll get full access. Okay. There's no difference between the two, just depending on what, if you're a founders member, you'll only see one. And then if you're a standard chill member, you'll see a different one. So don't worry about seeing 2. They're both the same. Just depends on which one you're part of. Okay. So here's your TradingView. You'll put your username in and you'll claim the indicators. And here's all the indicators you'll have access to. Okay. As far as tutorials go, here is setting up your chart, how to do that. Go through the videos. If you have questions, I'm here for you. How each indicators work, similar how we just kind of went through it. I go through each indicator separately, so that way you can understand each one. And then like here's 2 examples, and I'll upload more as we go on, but 2 examples of how I was like using the indicator to read when I was buying and versus selling. So those are available to you guys. If you wanted to use a spreadsheet tracker for the wheel strategy, we have that. So you just go ahead and log it. If you buy anything, and then here's your wheels. So like SoFi, I have a cost average of 11, but based on all the premium, my cost average is $969. I've collected about $7,000 in wheel premium. Currently on just the stock itself, I'm up 20,000. So it tracks everything for you while running the wheel strategy. And then if I wanted to change and see like where I am with my APLD, okay, I don't have anything, but I ran the wheel on it and I made $560. So there's ways to do that. So you have access to this. There's 2 versions. This one is specifically just wheel strategy, but if you want to track your portfolio and the wheel strategy all in one, you'll use the other spreadsheet download. So this is the one where it tracks not just the wheel strategy. This is the portfolio and the wheel. This is mainly just the wheel strategy. Okay. And then we have our wheel strategy course. So you can go through that or refer to it if you need to, which just kind of breaks down how to set up a chart, what is a cash secured put, everything like that. Okay. So you'll have access to all of that inside the WAP. Okay. Now inside of Discord, what you will have access to. Okay. So free version, you're going to see the upgrade, obviously, so you can upgrade your membership. Join us. Come on. We have our admin rules. If you have anything or need help, you can open up a help center ticket. When you click this, scroll to the bottom, you will see your created tickets down here. Okay. Any announcements I make, okay, is right there. There's a little bit about me. Okay. Then content. This is where you'll see all my X posts. YouTube. If I do any live stream, they will be recorded on YouTube, so you can go ahead and refer back to it if you need to. But I will also live stream in Discord at the same time. So if you want to chat with us while I'm live streaming, be in the Discord live stream. But I just use YouTube to save the video, so that way people can refer back to it if they need to. Or if I just make any other videos, you'll see YouTube here. We have breaking news section, so you will see all the breaking news going on right now. So that's just where you'll see X posts based on I think mainly two people that post that are really good with breaking news that I like. And then we have the earnings guy on X as well that posts all about earnings. So that way everyone gets all that and I don't have to, focus on it. They already posted on X, it'll be here. Then we have all the chat rooms, general chat. If you're going on vacation, tell us all about it. If you're having fun on the weekend, trying to meet up with people, whatever, right? That's general chat. Stock chat, we're just talking about stocks. If you're talking about crypto, you'll go to the crypto room. If you're talking about options, you'll go to the option room. Okay. Then we see our profits here. Group call, if you guys are all wanted to talk on a phone call inside the group, cool. Here's the live stream if I'm live streaming. Education, this is just for paid members as well. So this top section was all the free stuff. Okay. Now you get to the education stuff where you see the classroom, and if you want to learn the wheel strategy, here's a little note card for the wheel strategy. Here's some chart patterns, ETF investing, how to do stop losses, how to do Fibonacci's, how to do gaps and what gaps mean, what is a wash sale, trends, support resistance, time frame commitment, dollar cost averaging, how to read Heikin-Ashi candles, which are very important for us. How to understand when to have cash, when not to have cash on hand, the FOMO, risk management, options. Okay. So all this education stuff. If there's any topic that I don't have on there and you're like, hey, do you know much about this? Send it to me. I'll go ahead and make some cue cards and kind of notes and explain it in the simple terms that I understand it, because that's what I do. I don't make it like a Wikipedia page where it's like XYZ minus the this and that and look at the map. No, let me dumb it down. Let me make it how a normal average person interprets something and how it works. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. Here goes our stock chart. So if you're specifically looking for a stock chart, so like Apple we posted the other day, it's up a good chunk. It will hit this resistance from when we got this alert. So it was good. I think it was up a nice I don't know, 8% or something. 6%, somewhere in there. So then, but we posted the chart. We saw the downtrend break. We saw a diamond. We're like, this would probably be a pretty good diamond to go ahead and grab if you're into Apple. So we'll post charts. We only go on request from full members because free members can't see inside of here. So I don't chart for any free members. But I will post mine. Obviously not financial advice, but I will post what I see, just like I posted the QQQ. A while ago. Here is, we see support here. We see the downtrend, 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 downtrend. And it looks like we'll probably come test all-time highs. There we go. Right? So I'll post the charts for you guys there too if asked. And then you will have access to my trades. Also, I'll make videos to understand my trade. Not all the time, but sometimes during like uncertain times in the market today, right? I'll post why I did things like that. Message to all founders in case I do have anything. So just important notes along with trades are in here. And then this is specific to my watch list. Okay, we had a bullish like SAT L, and I'll show you this, but SAT L, we had a buy alert or bullish momentum alert, never a buy alert. bullish momentum, meaning a green or yellow diamond populated, okay, at $3.28. So that would be when you want to go look at the chart and make sure everything else is lining up correctly. But this is for us, so we don't have to look at every chart. We can just like wait for these alerts to populate at every end of each day and then look into investing. So we can go about our days, and then at the day of close, let's see what populated. Nothing. Cool, nothing to do in the market. Okay, so this is specific to my watch list. Now we have another analyst in here that does day trading or short-term trading and puts out his buy alerts. He's really good. We had about 1,000% return the other week in March, which was awesome. There it is. SPXW runner closed it for 1,000% return. He opened that day on the 9th, closed it that day. Okay, and then we have a swing trades. He does the same thing, long-term outlook options. Okay, and then we have a really long watch list of about 900 stocks where you'll see all the daily bulls. So basically at the end of each day, you can come in here, see, nope, I don't care for that company. Oh, I do like this company. Let me go look at that chart. Okay, you're going to see all the daily bulls, all the daily bearishness, the weekly bulls, the weekly bearish, the monthly bulls, and the monthly bearish, and then all the purple bots. Okay, and purple is overweight. Okay, so let's go to it when something is overvalued. Okay, so a good example, everyone's like bullish on ONDS, right? Well, guess what? Here's a purple. You should sell everything you possibly have left in this and go ahead and just wait. You will get a moment to buy it for cheaper. Okay, same thing happened with iRent. I don't know if I have anything else started on here, but here's purple. Did it go a little higher? Absolutely. And then it dropped. Okay, we're still not buying. It's still not undervalued. Okay, it went back up. Understand, don't FOMO, don't chase it, give it a second. And now we are where we are today. Okay, it's okay, right? So purple to me is there's just too much downside versus upside left in it, and I rather just wait and just get out, make a different play in the market. So purple for me is sell all. Okay, that's everything. I hope that's enough. I feel like I talk and ramble, but yeah, that's everything. You guys can sign up. Link will be down below. As far as our community to go, just check out the free side if you need to. But I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I will see you guys in the community. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it.